Hi guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with a couple of these read, and we love wine and we love books.
Absolutely. So what is our weekly wine this week, Becky?
Well, this week we have Pip the Greeter.
Oh, one of our favorites.
I love the name of the winery, and their story is, it's named after their pup.
Of course.
Who wanders the vineyard and welcomes guests. And this is a Pinot Gris. Isn't that an interesting color?
That is.
It's not quite pink. It's more of a kind of a light
Amber?
Yeah, amber, copper, that.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Nice. It's very light and
Very
fresh,
light.
crisp.
So it kind of looks like honey. So I was expecting it to be overly sweet.
Okay.
But it's not.
No.
It's got a crispness to it.
Yes, but it has, you mentioned the word honey. In the South, what is it that, think about something in, like when you're on the farm and it grows up around the fences and you go pluck
Honeysuckles.
Yes, it has honeysuckle.
Oh, that. Now
There
that
you
you
go.
say that.
How about that?
Because it's got, like I said, I expected it to be super sweet, but it's got that freshness to it. It's not overly sugary, so you can
Right.
tell it's, again, natural ingredients,
Right.
and honeysuckle makes sense.
Yes, and it has some red apple and pear. It has almost a floral fragrance to it as you.
It smells like summertime.
It really does, and I just love the color. I think the color is just beautiful. So, good wine, and it's on sale this week.
Ooh, so definitely check the link and go pick you up a bottle.
This is really, really nice. Yeah. And as we were talking earlier, I said, well, people may not know, we also have clean crafted coffee.
Yes.
And I said, why didn't I brew coffee for
That's what we should.
because we're at the coffee shop of Curiosities this week with Heather Weber. And I'm kind of sad in a way. There was an event last night, and there was an event tonight, this afternoon, this morning, that I really wanted us to go to, but having a guild meeting today and a nephew's birthday party and all that, we couldn't go, and I was so disappointed because I really wanted to go meet her.
For those of you who've been following us from the beginning, she's kind of why we started the book blog.
She's the very first
book we reviewed. And it was a book we agreed on. And we do disagree sometimes on books.
Yeah, we have very different tastes.
Yes, but this is the one, she's the one author who it's like every single one of her books. And of course we've found more authors we agree on now.
Yeah, because we've kind of diversified our genres a little bit. But she really, you're exactly right. And she did not disappoint again with this. I read the ending 3 times.
She always makes me cry, but in a good way.
Yes, I cried. I laughed. I got a little irritated here and there, but I just loved the town. And of course, it's set in Alabama. She vacationed in Alabama, and she vacationed in Wetumpka about 10 years ago and fell in love with Alabama. And that's where the thing was last night, was in Wetumpka. And if you think, I've heard that name, HGTV did the hometown makeover where they went in and did the whole hometown thing, and that was in Wetumpka, Alabama. Was their very first one that they chose, and so they redid that, different things in there.
I was wondering, who vacations in Wetumpka? It's a cute town. Don't get me wrong. We used to drive through going to visit my grandparents all the time, but
she was she visited there while she was on vacation in Alabama and just loved it and everything. And I really want to go there, take a day trip and do that. But anyway, the coffee shop of Curiosities, I thought it was just such an unusual name, and it's because of the people in the town. There's that magical realism that's involved.
Yes.
There's and I can't. There's a little old lady there, and she owns the stitchery next door to the coffee shop, and she dresses in black all the time, and she has a little pillbox hat with a veil on it that she wears every day. It doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees in August or if it's 1 degree in January. This is what she wears. And she said she uses the phrase, "It has been said." And she kind of knows things that are going to happen before they happen. And let's just say you do not cross Estrella, because if you do, you may break out in a rash. She's got some juju going on there a little bit, So, but the whole story is centered around a young woman who is suffering a loss in her life, and she has a medical condition, and she's been very, very sheltered her whole life, and it's just, things are just devastating to her and everything. And this is why she comes. All of a sudden, she's home one day. She doesn't go out a lot, doesn't move a lot, but she's washing the dishes, an envelope falls off, and she picks it up and going, "I don't remember seeing this before." But here is what brings her to this little town. And it's the very first page of the book, so I'm not giving anything away that you won't see immediately. Help is wanted. A patient, energetic, unflappable in-home caretaker wanted for a peculiar, stubborn old man, a spoiled she-devil cat, and a cluttered, possibly haunted beach house. Oh! No experience is necessary, but it is preferred. Skills that include strong organizational and housekeeping abilities. Well, say that would just leave me out right there.
Yeah, no.
And indifference to sharing space with a ghost, chaos, cat hair. And I'm allergic to cats, so that does it for me. Dust, birds in the attic, or maybe it's bats in the belfry, as the case may more aptly be. Apply at your own risk on Monday morning at 9 a.m. at Magpie's Coffee Shop in Driftwood, Alabama. Driftwood, Alabama is a fictionary town, okay? Mm-hmm. But it's really based on coastal towns around Foley, Fairhope. Kind of gives you the flavor of Fairhope a little bit if you've ever been there. It's such a cute little town.
And Foley's probably my favorite
yes.
Alabama town. It would make sense for to vacation there.
Yeah,
we've taken day trips to Foley when we go to the beach. They
have all kinds of things in Foley.
We're getting off topic, but it's a really great town.
But it's has these type of little shops and the little cafes and the things,
and such amazing community involvement.
Yes, they have all these festivals, and they decorate for Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving.
It is every Easter. Little town you see on the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it's just a darling place. And it says, ask for the plum-tuckered Maggie. She is just tuckered out, taking care of all these crazy things. So Ava's is your main character, and Maggie's just kind of second to her, and then you have all these little supporting actors and actresses in there, and they're just all people that you would love to know and be friends with, and just this cute little town. It has the little town center where all this stuff happens, and it's all about Maggie just kind of throwing everything to the wind and going, okay, I'm just going to go for this. And she shows up in Alabama in a purple tweed coat in the summertime. Now, I don't know if you ever wore tweed, but it's lined and it's hot. And here she is going. And there's all these magical little things about butterflies, and there's a butterfly fest, and you have all these cute shops and everything. And it's kind of Maggie's struggle dealing with, she's so afraid of everything, but she's trying so hard not to be afraid. And she's really trying to grow and to step out of her comfort zone and finally live a life that she wants to live and she wants to be happy in. And after she loses someone close to her, and she blames herself for the death, and it's not her fault, and but she still blames herself for it. And there's just like I said, all these supporting actors. She comes in and she becomes part of this town. She's not really been around a lot of people because of her medical condition. She had growing up and everything, and she had a very overly protective mother, and it's just a really, really sweet book. And like I said, the magical realism is sprinkled throughout it. And like I said, I read the ending 3 times because when it was over, I just didn't want it to be over. I mean, it was like I wanted to know the ending, but I didn't want the book to end.
And if you don't know what magical realism is, because it is one of those sort of very niche genres.
Yes.
It is basically almost fantasy. It has elements of fantasy, but it is very much set in the real world. And I think Heather Weber was maybe the second author I read who wrote magical realism, and she was the author who made me understand the genre.
Yeah.
She does it so well. So if you are an author out there who wants to write
in that
genre, hers are the books you want to read, because it is very much it's a newish genre. So I think it's one that can be explored more, but I feel like she really sets that this is what the standard is. This is the bar.
I totally agree with that. And she's actually the first person I read about, with considered magical realism. And I just loved it. And, the Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe was the book that we started our blog with, was that. And so, just please get the book. Definitely 5 stars plus. It will not disappoint you at all.
They never do. No.
She does not. I love her. I've read the other one a couple times, and I went back and started Hickory Lane again. I love Hickory Lane because I was waiting for this one to come out. One day I just wanted something different to read that I was comfortable with, and I knew it was going to make me feel good, and so I started reading it again, and I just love it.
I just realized I haven't read one of her books besides this one, so I have to catch up.
Right. Yeah, it's great. So 5 stars, pick you up a bottle of Pip the Greeter, wonderful wine, get you some Scout and Cellar coffee. Remember, we're clean crafted, no pesticides, no additives, and it's just pick up this book, you'll love it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.